Linkin Park fans and Linkin Park listeners. Y'all have been showing up and showing out for my Linkin Park album reactions. I appreciate y'all. All right, I reacted to Hybrid Theory, Meteora, and Minutes to Midnight. Those 3 album reactions are on my channel. All of them have at least 1,400 views, 100 likes, and what's more important to me, 250 hours of watch time at least. All right, so that means y'all been watching them things. So I appreciate y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get into 1,000 Suns. I did a little recon, a little research to see what I was getting into, and it's a departure. All right, it's definitely a departure. And I know Linkin Park's fan base is polarized, and some like Hybrid Theory and Meteora, and that's it. And then some appreciate Linkin Park, you know what I'm saying, experimenting with stuff. And according to my recon, this is one of their most experimental albums. It's a concept album dealing with like nuclear warfare and devastations to humanity and all that kind of stuff. So I'm interested in this. We're gonna go ahead and check this bad boy out.
silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." I suppose we all thought that one way or another.
The destroyer of worlds. Human destruction. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is a departure to sound.
I use the dead wood to make the fire rise. The blood of innocence burning in the sky.
Okay, hold on. Before we continue, I can see why, like, the article I read said the fans of Hybrid Theory and Meteora ain't really feeling their later works. This is definitely a departure from those two albums, for sure. And Minutes to Midnight had some of those elements, but that's where they started like experimenting and going out a little bit, branching out a little bit. And then here, oh my geez, this don't sound nothing like the first two albums. I dig it. Hey, I'm a music appreciator. All right. I'm not glued to one particular sound. Okay, we got a little bit of rock coming back in with the guitar. Yeah, it's war, all right. Hold up. Okay, I was about to say this starting to sound, but then the beat kicked in. Oh yeah, I can see. This is definitely a departure. I mean, it has traces. I'm talking traces of OG Linkin Park. Traces.
I am not the fortune and the fame or the same person telling you
Hold up. Shout out to Jay-Z. If you know, you know. He got an album called The Blueprint. It's The Blueprint 2, actually. The Gift and the Curse. Oh. Oh.
I will not dance even if the beat's funky. Opposite of lazy, far from a punk. Y'all ought to stop talking, start trying to catch up, motherfucker.
Oh.
And all the people say, try to catch up, motherfucker.
Uh-oh.
Lauren said money changes situation.
Lauryn Hill.
Big said it increased the complication. Kane said don't step on
Big Daddy Kane.
Chuck said it Uzi weigh a motherfucking ton. And I'm just a student of the game that they taught me. Rocking every stage and every place that they brought me. I'm awfully underrated, but pivot to correct it. And so it ain't mistaken, I'ma say it for the record. I am the opposite of whack, opposite of weak, opposite of slack. Synonym of heat, synonym of crack. Closest to a peak, far from a punk. Y'all ought to stop talking, start trying to catch up, motherfucker.
I don't know. This kind of sound like a you know what I'm saying, a kind of a message to the detractors. You can't put me into a box. Let me try some new things. Let me experiment. Cause I'm just a student of the game. Cause he did say earlier, what did he say? Cause once you got a theory of how the thing works, everybody wants the next thing to be just like the first. I'm not a robot. I'm not a monkey. I will not dance even if the beat's funky. Dance monkey. What's that? Tones and I? Oh, everybody cannot stand that song. I don't have a problem with the song. But anyway, yeah. They said when they come for me. And they said y'all ought to stop talking and start trying to catch up. So when they come for me, I'm be gone. Now, real quick, before we get into the transition, notice how I ain't pick up the Genius Machine yet. It's right here, but I ain't picked it up yet. Because now that I know that this is a concept album going into this thing, I want to see if I can follow the story without any aid. I just want to see if I can follow it on the first listen. I just want to see. If things get too rocky, I'm going to be picking him up, but I'm gonna wait for a little bit. It's like my lifeline. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I ain't gonna use it until I absolutely need to for this album. But so far, I like this song. So far, this song is my favorite so far. When They Come For Me. Yeah, they have traces of their older stuff in traces. Huh. Okay. Damn.
You say the weight of the world has kept you from letting go. And you think compassion's a flaw and you'll never let it show.
Oh. Oh.
You're sure you've hurt in a way that no one will ever know. But someday the weight of the world will give you the strength to go.
Huh? Hold on, I'm digging this song right here. Robot Boy. Your heart is cold like a robot. You a robot boy. Say you ain't gonna fight because nobody will fight for you. And you think there's not enough love and no one to give it to. And you hurt for so long you got nothing left to lose, so you ain't gonna fight. You think compassion's a flaw? Never let it show. Because if once you show compassion, you know what I'm saying? People take kindness for weakness. So you just a robot. Why does this speak to me so much? Holy shit. I say it every time I wake up. That's how I feel, like a damn robot. Going through the world like a robot. Holy shit. Maybe this song is a message to me. Before we get into the transition, because I know it's going to transition into the next track because it's a concept album. The weight of the world will give you the strength to go. I never looked at it like that. The weight of the world and all the world's problems and everything that's pressing on you, right? You just bench that shit. You know what I'm saying? Bench, hit some curls. The weight of the world will give you the strength to go. That's kind of deep. I kind of like that. Oh, huh? Oh, okay. See, this is when I would need the Genius Machine, but I'm not going to. At least not yet. Del Muerto means of the dead. Jornada is that. And if the title's in Spanish, those are, where's that? I don't want to, Chinese, I don't know what language that is. But they are catching the worldly kind of aspect of the album. If it's nuclear warfare, that means the world is involved. Uh-oh. I've heard this, of course. Just not in the context of the album. God has strength to stand. This is not what I had planned. It's out of my control. Flying at the speed of light, thoughts were spinning in my head. So many things were left unsaid. It's hard to let you go. I know what it takes to move on. I know how it feels to lie. All I wanna do is trade this life for something new, holding on to what I haven't got. Sitting in an empty room, trying to forget the past. This was never meant to last. I wish it wasn't so. Oh, I like that.
I'm stuck in this bed you made, alone with a sinking feeling. I saw through the words you said, to the secrets you've been keeping. It's written upon your face, all the lies that cut so deeply. You can't get enough, you take and take and take, you never say no. You gotta get it inside, you push it back down, you push it back down now. You'll never get it inside, you push it back down, blackout, blood in your eye. It's not your fault, instead that I am mistaken. You said it's not what it seems, no remorse for the trust you're breaking. You run but then back you fall, suffocate in the mess you're making. You can't get enough, you take and take and take and take and take. Fuck it, are you listening? No! You gotta get it inside, you push it back down, you push it back down now. You'll never get it inside, you push it back down, you push it back down now. You gotta get it inside, you push it back down, you push it back down now. You'll never get it inside, you push it back down, blackout, blood in your eye.
Traces.
Floating down as colors fill the light. We look up from the ground in fields of paper white. And floating up, you pass us in the night. A future gazing out, the past to override.
Damn.
So calm down, far below. We've been waiting to collect the things you know.
Wait, hold up. That's what I've been taking. That's what I took from this whole song right here. Somebody trying to rewrite history. Who that somebody is up to interpretation. But in general, it's somebody trying to rewrite history and cover it up with lies. Downplay all the atrocities of the past. Cover it up with lies of how grand and how great things were. Meanwhile, we are stuck in that damn history. We are stuck here in this blackout. And this is, let me see. Here. The future coming back. Right? We look up from the ground and fields of paper right? We look up the pages of history. We look up from the ground and fields of paper white. And now here comes the colors to fill the light. Cause now they wanna rewrite history again. And floating up, you pass us in the night, the future gazing out for past to overwrite. So we are on the pages of history, and someone out there from the future is looking to come back and rewrite all over us. You know what I'm saying? And change things. I don't know. This might be their deepest song on this album so far that I've heard. And I don't know. Blackout and which other one I said? When they come for me, these two. This one and When They Come For Me so far.
There's a time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop.
Wait, hold on. Hold up. Hey, I'm looking ahead at the lyrics. Hold up.
To save face, how low can you go? Chuck a lot of game, but yet you don't know. Static on the way, make us all say whoa. The people up top, push the people down low. Get down and obey every word. Steady getting mine if you haven't yet heard. Wanna take what I got, don't be absurd. Don't fight the power, nobody gets hurt. If you haven't heard yet, then I'm letting you know there ain't shit. We don't run when the guns.
Woohoo!
Go and make a move, as my people say so. Got everything out of control, now everybody go.
Oh, hey. The people down low taking back the power, huh? I'll dig that. We coming for you, nigga.
Talk a lot of shit and yet you don't know. Fire on the way, make you all.
Oh.
The people up top and the people down low. Get down, and I'm running it like that.
Hold on. I like the escalation. At first it was static on the way. Now static, right, is another word for saying for friction, like, you know, beef, right? Static. There's a lot of animosity between us. Now that animosity has led way to fire. Now we finna burn shit down. It ain't just talk now. It ain't just selling wolf tickets and going back and forth with the hooting and hollering, boy. Now we about to burn some shit down, nigga. What you mean? Yeah.
The people up top and the people down low. Get down, and I'm running it like that. The front of the attack is exactly what
Front line.
somewhere in between the kick and the hi-hat, the pin and the contract, the pitch and the contact. So get with the combat. I'm letting them know there ain't shit you can say to make me back down. No, so push the button, let the whole thing roll, spinning everything out of control. Now everybody go.
Damn, I don't know. This is a third one. And just like with Minutes to Midnight, I can't remember the two songs off the top of my head, but there was a relationship between them. There was Mike, who was kind of just like empathetic and like angry and hurt with all the chaos that he was seeing on the TV. And then Chester came in. Oh yeah, let's take them down. Let's do something about it. Let's kill the motherfuckers that's committing these atrocities. Let's take their ass down, off with their heads. And this and the previous song kind of had a similar kind of relationship, where the previous song was talking about, hey, we see you trying to rewrite history despite all the atrocities that you committed. We see you trying to lie. We see you trying to cover up shit. We see you coming for us and trying to take away, trying to overwrite us. And in this song, it's like, oh no, we fighting back. Hell no, we fighting back. Wretches and Kings, we coming for you, nigga. Booker T voice.
From the front to the back and the side to side. If you feel what I feel, put them up real high. Front to the back and the side to side. If you feel what I feel, put them up real high. Front to the back and the side to side.
Yeah.
If you feel what I feel, put them up real high.
Hey, hey, yeah, huh? Yeah, hey,
people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
Damn right. Hell yeah. Power to the people, man. The people. Not these politicians y'all worship so damn much, nigga. Power to us. Not those who cater to the rich, who could care less about any atrocities going on in the world because, hey, we got money and we could just do what we want. The operation of the machine becomes so odious and makes you so sick that you can't even take part. You can't even passively take part. Okay? You got to let the people know who run it. The people who own it know, hey, unless you're free, the machine will be prevented. This motherfucking machine will cease to work. We will not work for you. We are not just cogs on a fucking machine. We will not work for you, nigga, until you work for us. Man, come on, man. Damn, I don't know. It's 3 songs that I like so far, dog. Not like, but like favorites, right? That I really resonate with.
I come to this magnificent house
MLK.
tonight because my conscience leaves me no other choice. A true revolution of values will lay hand on the world order and say of war, this way of settling differences is not just.
Yeah, huh?
This business of burning human beings with napalm, filling our nation's homes with orphans and widows,
Whew.
of injecting poisonous drugs of hate
Whew.
into the veins of people's normally humane,
Talk to me, MLK.
sending men home from dark and bloody battlefields, physically handicapped and psychologically deranged.
Oh.
Cannot be reconciled with wisdom, justice, and love. 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 Cannot.
I'm gonna get to it. Like what MLK was talking about. He said you can't all these atrocities and all this war and burning human beings with napalm and killing soldiers and stuff like that. There's nothing wise about this. There's nothing just about this. There's no love in this.
Be reconciled with wisdom, justice, and love.
Uh-oh.
When you were standing in the wake of devastation, when you were waiting on the edge of the unknown, and with the cataclysm raining down, insides crying, save me now, you were there impossibly alone. Do you feel cold and lost in desperation? You build up hope, but failure's all you've known. Remember all the sadness and frustration, and let it go.
Damn. Uh-oh. We back to this. Damn.
God bless us, everyone. We're a broken people living on a loaded gun, and it can't be outfought, it can't be outdone, it can't be outmatched, it can't be outrun. No. God bless us, everyone. We're a broken people living on a loaded gun, and it can't be outfought, it can't be outdone, it can't be outmatched, it can't be outrun. No. And when I close my eyes tonight to symphonies of blinding love, God bless us, everyone. We're a broken people living on a loaded gun. Oh, like memories in cold decay, transmissions echoing away, far from the world of you and I, where oceans bleed into the sky. God save us, everyone, when we burn inside the fires of 1,000 suns, for the sins of our hand, the sins of our tongue, the sins
Now we coming back full circle.
of our young. No. God save us, everyone.
I think this is the last track.
Fires of 1,000 suns, for the sins of our hand, the sins of our tongue, the sins of our father, the sins of our young. No. And when I close my eyes tonight to symphonies of blinding love, God save us, everyone, where we burn inside the fires of 1,000 suns. Oh, like memories in cold decay, transmissions echoing away,
Catalyst. And now, for the first time in this reaction video, I'll pick up the Genius Machine. I think this is the last track. Let me see. Oh no. Put it down then.
When you feel you're alone, cut off from this cruel world, your instincts telling you to run. Listen to your heart, those angel voices, they'll say to you, they'll be your guide back home when life leaves us blind. Love keeps us kind, it keeps us kind. When you suffered enough and your spirit is breaking, you're growing desperate from the fight. Remember your Lord, and you always will be. This melody will bring you right back home when life leaves us blind. Love keeps us kind when life leaves us blind. Love keeps us kind. Oh,
Oh, this is the last song. I have struggled so much. I mean, for the past couple of hours trying to record an outro for this reaction video because this album is so thought-provoking. But yet the message is simple enough to where it makes sense. The article that I read, I think it was Loudwire, said that this album was a concept album about nuclear warfare. But as I listened to the album, and then when I got to the end of the album, I realized that nuclear warfare is a symbolism. It's a representation, a metaphor. Think about a nuke, okay? You drop a nuke, what does it do? It tends to wipe out humanity, right? It wipes out, it devastates towns and people, you know what I mean? To me, and they actually make reference to it in one of the songs, Blackout. We, and by we, I'm talking about everyday, regular folk, we are lines on the pages of history books. And every so often, there's a light that passes over us, looking for some lines to black out, right? The future looking to the past to try to rewrite. And that to me symbolizes how the powers that be try to rewrite history and take the power away from us and make it seem like the power that they have was given to them by God. You know, that their powers are divine. They want to take the credit away from us. When in reality, you and I both know that they are in the place that they are. They are the politicians, the CEOs and all that. They're in those positions because of us, the regular folks, the 9-to-5ers, the laborers, the content creators, whose job it is to help spread the word and advertise and things like that. Us regular folks. But they're trying to wipe out our contributions to their power. And that, to me, is what that nuke is. It's trying to wipe out history so they can rewrite it in their image. Even the album cover. Look at the album cover. It's that black hole, and then that radiation, those lights are shooting right into it. Pew, 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 pew. That right there, I think that the album cover symbolizes the story that Blackout tells. Now, as far as the sonics of this album, it is definitely a departure from their first two albums. I'm not even gonna hold you. This shit sounds nothing like Hybrid Theory or Meteora. There's traces. I've been saying that throughout the reaction. There's traces, but it's definitely a departure sonically. And for the fans who just like to listen to music just to, rock out or escape or whatever the case may be, they might not appreciate that because they have a certain sound that they gravitate toward. And when you deviate from that sound, when a musician deviates from that sound that fans have been so accustomed to, it's like a sense of abandonment, betrayal even. So while I empathize with where OG Linkin Park fans may be coming from, the fans who grew up and came up on Hybrid Theory and Meteora, the next two albums, the two albums that will follow those two albums, to me are more important in the sense that they speak on the human condition, more so than just someone who's depressed, someone who's dealing with a broken relationship, broken trust, toxicity. It's more so about the human condition, or it's all of that in relation to the masses, right? It's not just pinpointed to a single person or a couple of people. Yeah, if you enjoyed this reaction and you want more like it, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video. Let me know what your favorite song off this album is. I am not going to choose a favorite. Yeah, I know that's unprecedented for my album reactions. I'm not going to choose a favorite. And the reason why is because me choosing a favorite would seem to defeat the purpose of what Linkin Park was going for this album. In that article that I read, Linkin Park talked about how albums don't really have a connective theme. They don't have connective tissue. They just feel like a compilation of singles. And so if I pick a favorite or single out any one of these songs, then it's gonna defeat that purpose, right? To me, you have to take this whole album from top to bottom. You have to take it in. It's all part of one single solitary story. That's just like reading a story and picking out a favorite sentence or a favorite chapter. Sure, you can do it, but if you just take that chapter alone, you ain't gonna get the context of the whole story. And you ain't gonna really understand how that song or that chapter fits into the equation of the entire album. That's why waiting for the end, I heard that several times. One of my favorite songs when it had first came out, when I was hearing it. But I wasn't listening to it in the context of the album. So the message that it had was pretty much going over my head. So that's why I'm not going to choose a favorite from this album. All right. But you can. Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this reaction, please share this reaction with your peoples. Share it with your partners. Let them know your main man BlackHatReact is out here reacting to this good music. And as always, you know how I do it on this channel. And if you don't know, you're going to learn today. We're going to keep this thing rolling. It's your main man Mike signing out. Peace, love, pride, and good vibes.